Hi, I'm Bet from Bet's Makes, and today we're going to make this cute little Christmas tree box card. It's a really simple process. As you'll notice, it opens up and you can put a gift or a surprise inside, but it is a card and it has a hinge that's all one piece. So we're going to make one of these today and add some embellishments. These are things that you can add for yourself. So just before we get going making this, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So let's get started. So let's get started with our Christmas tree box card. You're going to get a file to upload that'll have all the score lines already created for you. So I'm just going to click on New and I'm going to Replace, and then I'm going to my Uploads, and I have a file that you're going to get. It's called Christmas Tree Box Card. So I want you to upload it, and then we're just going to click on it and insert it. And here's what you get for your Christmas tree box card. You'll see that all of the lines are already in place for you, all the score lines and all the cut lines, and it's already been attached. Now the only thing that you can do with this, if you decided you wanted to write something on your Christmas tree card, you can do so. I'm just going to turn my grid lines on here so you can see the size a little easier. You'll notice I push it out. It's just under the 11.5 wide, and it's approximately 9.5 inches tall, probably 9 inches by the time you remove the score lines. But you could write something on it in both places if you so desired. We're not going to do anything with that. This is a really simple process with this. I've done all the work for you ahead of time, so make sure you go to my resource library and get the Christmas tree box card file. So it's already attached. You can save it. I'm just going to call it Christmas tree box card. And I'm going to put demo after mine because I already have that file. Simply going to save it. And because it's already attached, there's nothing else you need to do with this. This is making it really, really simple. So there's only one mat. So you have to pick what color you want. You can make it Christmas tree green. You can make it mauve. Whatever you decide. We're just going to click on Continue. So the only thing you're going to have to do is swap out your scoring tool and your fine point blade. And that's all there is to this piece of it. Now, it's just connecting right now, and then we're going to choose our material. Now for mine, I'm going to use a medium cardstock, but you could use something that's a little heavier if you so desired. So let's just click on medium. And of course it's going to ask for the scoring wheel. I'm going to follow the directions when I get to my machine, and then I'll see you at the demo table when we put this together. So now that this Christmas tree box card is all cut out, I'm just going to pull the pieces I don't want and just put them aside. To take my piece off. Now a little trick here is I'm actually going to roll the mat away from my card so it doesn't fold up. Then of course take my mat cover and make sure everything's in place so I don't lose my stick and it stays clean. Just put that away. Now we're ready to go with this. Now I've got my little toolbox here, pardon me reaching. I keep all of my tools for my Cricut in this nice little plastic box. That's my gluing mat, and of course I'm going to use my spatula because we have a number of corners that or score lines that we want to be able to fold in. Now I can see them on one side more than the other, so I'm just going to fold them in right down the center to start, and you just have to ease in until you can grab a corner and just gently push it, and once you've got it, then use your scraper to make it nice and crisp. The one I'm folding right now is going to be the hinge one, so it's going to need to bend both ways. So I am going to score it inside and outside so I can bend it both ways. Perfect. Now you want your box pieces to come in, So we have a couple of score lines. So one of them is here. I'm just put my fingers there. And just really important that you score everything up, make it nice and crisp ahead of time. This one is going only in one direction. Don't worry about this if it pops up, but we've got the next one here, and I'm just going to slightly bend it. So we have those pieces all taken care of. Now we have some on the outside as well. 5 and 6. Just want to fold them inside. So here's how it's going to glue together. You're going to glue this piece in here and this piece to here, so it forms a nice triangle, and then you'll do the top. Now with the glue, I always find I get myself very messy with the glue, and you can use a toothpick or something similar in order to get the glue in place. I have a glue here. Not too much, just enough to hold it in place. And this glue takes a little while to dry, so I might do 2 edges at a time. I am going to keep my cap on. So I can sit here and hold this in place, but I have these little clothespins that are going to make my life a lot easier. So I'm going to bring this up and make sure it's square. I'm going to add my little clothespin here to hold it into place. You just want to make sure it's square here, and with that holding it in place, it makes it a lot easier. Now I put my little bit of glue there. Now this one's going to be a little tougher because it's coming up, and the clothespin's not necessarily going to work for this one. You may have to hold it in place. As you can see, I got a little creative with my gluing. I used the clamps, but I put both pieces together so that they're going to dry together, and try to match these up as best as possible. I can add a little more glue later if it starts to come apart, but you'll see that the spine is up in the middle. This one has dried on the outside, and I think this one's probably dried enough. These two may take a little longer, but we're going to decorate the other side of this, so I'm just going to take that apart. As you can see, it fell apart here on me. However, what we want to do next is decorate the outside. So I'm just going to put this clamp back in place, and we're going to take a look at the decoration and what we can do with this. Now I have a couple of punches, so what I've done is I've used some of my scrap paper and punched out some of these wonderful little snowflakes. I have a couple little reindeer, star, bells. So you can use any kind of decoration you want. These are just from scrap paper. What we're going to do is use our same glue, and I'm just going to glue the center. These will be a little easier to glue. They won't have to stay in place as long. So I'm just going to let everything dry in place, and then you're ready for your card, because what it's going to do, and I'll show you the example we had done before, is once it's together, these will just sit flat together as a card, so you can stand it up. This is your hinge. As you can see where your hinge is. You can put decorations inside, you could put candy, you could put a treat, you could put a ribbon around the outside to hold it shut. There is no fastener with it, and it does not nest, but it simply just opens and shuts this way. So I hope you had a lot of fun with this, and until next time, I hope you have a great time. Well, I hope you had a lot of fun putting together that Christmas tree box card. And this is how the one turned out that we made in this video. It's still a bit drying a bit at the other end, but as you can see, you can put lots of decorations. You could actually put some on the back. You can add a greeting on the inside. And here's one that I had done before. And And like say, it's just a paper hinge on the outside. It's so easy to make, especially when you have the file like I gave you in this one, which you can find in my resource library. So before we get going, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and happy crafting.